Hi there, everyone. Denise here. What I am really curious about today is what your experience is in celebrating anything after leaving the organization. I'd love to hear your comments and, kind of start a discussion. Clearly, I want to share my story because I think it might resonate with some people, even if maybe somebody isn't aware of how this impacts them. Because I have complex trauma, meaning that the abuse, and for me it was violence, domestic violence with my stepfather growing up, and also the spiritual abuse, especially with the elders knowing what was happening and they never stepped in to stop anything. It just perpetuated things. And also my stepfather kind of over the years, as he deteriorated mentally, he also gained more confidence in knowing that he could get away with what he was doing. So having grown up in that situation, coupled with the fact that we became Jehovah's Witnesses right before 1975, and I was probably 6 years old. So having my upbringing that was terrifying, and then also hearing that, the end of days was going to be in probably 2-3 years, that everything we had done in our past, before becoming Jehovah's Witnesses was bad and would potentially get us killed. I grew up believing that I was going to die at any turn and never knew when that was going to be. And it was the same thing with my stepfather. I never knew at any turn what was going to set him off to have him have a violent episode. But what's really interesting is even when I left more than 30 years ago, these memories of this fear of being killed from possibly doing something that was against the rules carried with me for, like I said, the last 35 years. It really hasn't been until the last probably year or two, so we're in 2022 now, that I began to even consider that the Jehovah's Witnesses had still had a hold on me. So after, a lot of research, getting the self-confidence to believe that I'm not apostate and that these beliefs are really deeply entrenched into us, I can see now that the witnesses' beliefs held on me all these years, and I had no idea. So for me, what that looked like was the first thing that comes to mind is, and it's something it's so hard to explain, but I feel like I'm drowning in sludge. I feel like I'm full of lead. My body's heavy. I have a hard time concentrating. I feel sick, but I can't even describe what it feels like or what the ailments are. I feel like I'm wearing this huge fur coat that is weighing me down. So everything is just heavy. I'm trapped. Foreboding, black cloud over me. And so for years, and you can ask my husband, we've been married for 20 years and we've known each other longer. My birthday month comes around and it is hell on wheels because he just never knew what was going to happen, and I had no way to explain it. He would say, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" And I would just come unglued. It was just this squeezing in heavy, just death feeling that I was experiencing, but I had no idea how to explain it. So understanding now what trauma does to your body and your mind, especially when you disassociate like I did. This was the first year that I've kind of come into July, and it was right after July 4th. And I kind of was like one eye open, and July 5th or 6th, I had that whole sensation feeling, foreboding, drowning in sludge feeling. It took me a couple hours to understand and identify what it was, and I will tell you that meditation is my lifesaver because it slows you down, it helps you notice without judgment, which has been just a lifesaver to learn how to do that. And finally, I realized that this is the whole you know, Jehovah's Witness, hold on me birthday, and my business is going well right now. So I wound up, so, you know, the first thing that I go through is I ask, what do I need? So I may have taken a bath and took about a 2-hour nap. So that was something that I really needed and really helped me a lot. I was kind of in a fog for a couple days, and then I came out of it, and then I could really see what had happened, but I was, and it's not perfect, but I was able to actually have the tools to deal with it and know what was happening and just give myself the space to kind of go through the motions. So here we are, July 23rd, and so far I've been doing really well. I planned a birthday party with some friends, and then 2 days ago, the whole thing started up again. And it's just something that's so sneaky and just kind of, without you even realizing it, kind of sneaks up on you. But I started to just feel that heavy, foreboding, brooding, drowning, kind of sick feeling again. Took me a couple hours to realize it. And when that was the situation, then I just kind of let it be and didn't fight it. Try to get more sleep than I normally do. That's something that, you know, I need to do. I am still doing EMDR, which couldn't have come at the more perfect time. And what was also interesting, what's put in there too, is that I'm, you know, like I said, I'm, you know, doing well with business. And so that's another thing that's really held me back, is that this assumption, without realizing it, that I couldn't be successful, and it was against the rules. So after giving myself some TLC for the last couple days, I'm happy to report that today is, it's a great day. I'm appreciative of those days when I feel like I'm not drowning and, you know, being held down. And when I do have those days, I'm able to identify and feel like I know what to do and how to take care of myself, and just kind of ride the waves. It's kind of like if you jump into the ocean, the waves are tossing and turning you, you just kind of go with it. And so it's not going to go away. These things are going to come up, but I just want to share this moment because this is absolutely huge. And I even asked my husband, I said, have you noticed that July's been a lot easier this year? And he's like, mm-hmm. So, you know, these unchecked trauma that we try to ignore or feel like we're handling, it has an effect not only on ourselves, but also those that are around us. You know, our family and interpersonal could help impact business. So many things. And I know in my worldview, because I'm always in my head, my world gets really, really small. And I don't experience joy. I don't see creativity. So I don't see the opposite of the sadness and depression and things. And the world and life is about both sides and everything in between, and how messy it is and how awesome it is. So I'm very appreciative today to feel that I am not drowning and I'm sorry, this is so amazing. And I just wanted to share that with you. So I'd love to know what experiences you all have, and, you know, how it is that you get through. If, let's say, you're just still struggling to figure this out. I struggled for over 30 years to figure all this out, didn't know what to do, but I also wasn't ready. I've also made a video on my channel for resources of things that help me. I am not personally pushing anyone's agenda or any company, but these are things that personally help me. Starting with meditation. That has been just an absolute lifesaver, like I said. So I really hope that, you know, maybe this touches you. Maybe this will help someone else. But I just really want to give people hope, because it is possible not to always be in the dark places that, you know, kind of we get stuck sometimes. And it's not always pretty, but there's times that it's the good, bad, and the ugly, but, you know, really appreciating those moments and having the tools, you know, for the other times, I think is kind of saving my life right now. So I hope this finds you well. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.